Our last shared Norwegian breakfast.
Alright, here's the route that we're going to do today. We are here in Sortland, and Sophie is going to do 30 kilometers to Stokmarknes. Then she's going to jump on a ferry that's going to take her all the way to Svolvær. I, however, am going to cycle all the way down to Melbu, take the short ferry here, and then cycle all the way to Svolvær at the end of the day. Alright, we're leaving the Sortland Hotel now, and we're on our way to Svolvær.
Sure.
Last day of the Arctic Coast cycling tour. Today's the last day of the bike tour. How would you summarize this trip to somebody? Like, yeah, if you were to go home and tell someone about this trip, what would you say?
I would say that it's very beautiful and the food has been fantastic and there are a few hills, but it's not as bad as you would expect in Norway. And the weather held off for the most part. We've had barely 20 minutes of rain basically. And I'd say if you're lucky you might see a reindeer. And yeah, I'd recommend it. It was great fun.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good length too. A week is, for someone who's just doing this casually, a week is a good length.
So, we're almost to Stokmarknes, Norway, and Sophie's gonna get on a ferry here and ride it all the way to Svolvær. I am gonna cycle, however, the rest of the way. I think it's another 50 kilometers or 60 kilometers from here. So I'm going the long way, she's going the short way. And then we'll meet back up at like 6 p.m. tonight at the ferry landing when she comes in. You sure you're okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take off then, I think. Alright, so I just left Sophie at the ferry terminal here in Stokmarknes, and hopefully I'll catch up with her later today, 6 o'clock. I hope there's a place to sit inside where it's warm. It's really cold and rainy right now. So this is where we started this morning in Sortland. We've now cycled down here. I left Sophie in Stokmarknes. I'm in Melbu now. I'm gonna take the ferry over to here and then cycle to Svolvær. Here's the ferry. Alright, just got off the ferry, got another 30 kilometers to Svolvær. It is raining, it is cold, it is gray, but I'm still smiling, so that's good. I'm happy to be out here. When I was on the ferry, I got a Facebook message from Sophie saying that she made it onto her ferry, so it's going to be a race to Svolvær. See if I can beat a ferry boat. I don't know. She might get there before I do. Only 33 kilometers, and then the Arctic Coast cycling tour with Active Norway is over. Pretty sad. It's been so phenomenal, actually, like really nice. Like, I'm gonna be telling people about this for a long time. she is! Sophia! Hi. So it is 6:15 right now. Sophie's ferry is supposed to come in around 6:30, so I'm gonna go straight to the terminal and wait for her. So I checked into the hotel. I put my bike in the garage, and now I'm taking the elevator up to my room. Sophie's ferry still isn't in yet, so I'm trying to get to the room and then go back to the ferry. Nice room here. Beautiful view, nice desk. Yeah. Look at how blue it is out there right now. I've stayed in a lot of hotel rooms all around the world, but I have never stayed in a hotel that comes with binoculars. This is really cool. Take your binoculars up to the window here, look outside, and what do you see right there? That's the Hertegrotten boat that Sophie is coming in on right now. It's gonna land right on this pier right here. So it's just a couple minutes away. There she is. Hey. I thought you. That cost $15 or like 125. No. And Sophie got.
What did I get? I got some strange
salad.
salad. It looks like a big bowl of cheese.
There's Sophie's boat. The Polaris.
I think these people might be interested. See you around.
Bye, Sophie.
See you in California.
Yeah.
Somewhere very different.
Yep. Sophie just got on the boat back to Tromsø, and now I am on my own again here in Norway. This ferry boat takes like 16 hours to get from here in Solvær back to Tromsø, Norway. And then Sophie's gonna fly from Tromsø to the UK where her family lives. This is an automatic lawnmower here. It's completely autonomous. These are quite popular actually in Norway and Sweden. You see quite a few of them. But they're just constantly driving around cutting the grass.